2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defense right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now YungG. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. YungG to throw on 4th. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, that's what the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. The Panthers at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Ready.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up the first down. Young off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Let's go now.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is intercepted. And some strong running. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. Right.
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now Hurts going to move him around. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Panthers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Set. Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
10 cycles.
Second down, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Young on third down. That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here we go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, Young. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, he's going to take this right to the line to gain, awfully close. But they'll say that he did get the 6 yards he needed. Didn't get much more than that, but it works all the same. First down. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Young trying to hurry them up to the line here. Here's Young. Off the play fake. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a cross.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Down.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, You're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Green Jack. Set, go.
A first down throw for Young. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Ready, ready.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Black shot. Ready.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, Young. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Young. That caught by Trimble. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Young now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Ready.
Young working out of the gun. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Okay, ready?
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Eagles 31, Panthers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him.
Stupid ass gang been glitching the whole damn game. I don't know what the hell going on with this shit.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Trouble, 38.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
4th down, Young. And now here is another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good gain.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes, if you've got a tight end who can do that, that allows that toss play to get called often during a game.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. Eagles. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles have opened the lead up to 30. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, Time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nakobe Dean drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Looking to throw, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready?
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Young to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Amari Barno getting there to make the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. Make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And taken right at the 35. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That throw by YungG incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now here's YungG. And my goodness, another interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Been a fantastic game for this defense. Has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's
nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 48, Panthers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Come on, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, first down.
Well, touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go play action. Young. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Now they got to get to the line quickly. It's Young on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Ready, ready.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle. Black blue. Black ultra. Ready?
Young to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, it's Young. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
1st and 10, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, 73, 73.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.